Welcome to In Your Shorts. I'm David Black and
I'm Anastasia Sikalikis.
we are coming to you from Melbourne, Australia for Adelaide's Channel 44. Tonight we're going to bring you a candid look behind the scenes of the Australian indie film industry. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Australian Short Film Network's first ever networking night. I'm David Black, an admin of the Australian Short Film Network. The network is a fast-growing Facebook group of over 14,000 members. Its purpose is to help connect people in the Aussie film industry so that they can make films, promote them, and find them outlets. We're a proactive group and provide a monthly award for the Australian Short Film of the Month, as well as running a journal where we have interviews and reviews. And we've also got a Blu-ray anthology being put together at the moment by Jack Hunter Productions. Now I'm hoping that everybody that is here tonight at this networking night will find like-minded people so that they can connect and find opportunities and create them. Now, before I introduce our guest speakers from Channel 31's Out of the Can show, I'd like to thank Andrew Bianco for providing this beautiful venue. Andrew is a fellow filmmaker and a member of the Australian Short Film Network. Now, I know that you're all dying to find out how you can get your short films onto TV. So I'll introduce you to Johnny Wombat and Bruce Goose.
How do we do
Wombat
that? And Goose. And it's stuffed up again.
Yeah, we've done
Out
this
of the
I think,
can.
for 100. We've shown 100 films, and we've had 28 episodes, and we still haven't got that start right yet.
And we can't even do it for DB's
Yeah, I know.
special night. So apologies, Dave.
But how amazing is it to have David to organise this and make this whole thing happen? Which is great, because so many people.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, so many more people watch TV now than I think than ever did. I'd like to think it's all due to our show.
Of course it is.
However, yeah.
That's right. So, Mr. Goose, we're here to tell people how to get their short film onto our show, Wombat and Goose Present.
Out of the can. There's usually some hand gesture there as well.
Good, yeah. So if you're a short filmmaker,
Yes.
if you're an actor,
Well, what's short film class is between 3 and 15 minutes?
well,
usually?
we like 3 to 15 minutes because that gives everyone a bit of a go.
Yes.
You know, it's great to be a part of David's little networking night here, and we've spoken to some fantastic people tonight.
Well,
and
David was one of our very first
he was one
people to reach out to us,
well,
which is fantastic.
That's right, exactly. He was one of our first submitters. But yeah, look, if you want to submit to us, simply hit us up on our Facebook page, Wombat and Goose Present Out of the Can. But yeah, so it's great to be part of this.
Absolutely.
And Channel 44 for supporting David and putting up his stuff over there, and you'll see more if this is aired fairly soon. David's stuff is actually coming up again because we're in reruns at the moment over summer.
Yes,
so you'll be appearing again, David, with Clunk Clonk Clonk.
Yes, that will get
We'll be showing Clink Clonk Clunk on this.
Well, there you go.
Cling, clank, clonk, rose the sound of the soulless machine. Cling, clank, clonk. The world sinks to despair and disease. Cling, clank, clonk. We killed the beauty and the trees. Clink, clank, clonk. Now humanity is on its knees. Clink, clank, clonk. We worship the blessed God. Clink, clank, clonk. Now we choke in a world of smog. Clink, clank, clonk. From out of the mouths of babes. Clink, clank, clonk. Came the words that could have saved. Clink, 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 clink. Where did this all start? Clink, clank, clonk. The Industrial Revolution. Clink, clank, clonk. Gave us slavery and pollution. Clink, clank, clonk. They forced the farmers to the city. Clink, clank, clonk. Overcrowded and full of misery. Clink, clank, clonk. Now we live in the information age. Clink, clank, clonk. You don't have to turn the page. Clink, clank, clonk. All knowledge at the press of a button. Clink, clank, clonk. But no one cares. No one read nothing. Clink, clink, clink. There's a gap that need to be filled. Clink, clank, clonk. Like zombies deadly for the shiny stuff. Clink, clank, clonk. Made in third world, in sweatshop. Clink, clank, clonk. No one cares about their fellow man. Clink, clank, clonk. Work 9 to 5 and take what they can. Clink, clank, clonk. We lost our souls and all the spiritual. Clink, clank, clonk. Give money to religion, meaningless ritual. Clink, clank, clonk. Our hearts and minds are all but dying. Clink, clank, clonk. We're killing this world. We must stop lying. Clink, 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 clonk. It's not too late. Unplug yourself from the machine.
There you go. So you're going to see some great stuff from David. And look, you know, just if you tune in to us on Monday nights at 9:30 Melbourne time.
They have the internet portal type thing.
They do, and that's how we watch Channel 44 through the internet portal. So anyone in Melbourne can watch Adelaide stuff, and anyone in Adelaide can watch Melbourne stuff.
And that's good. And we've had people all over the world watching our shows now.
We've had people in California, Canada, everywhere. People tuning in, and that's what it's about. And it's all for the passion of film.
I'll do that. I'll let Phil
come in. How are you, mate? Long time no see.
Yeah, good.
We'll pound that out.
Yeah, that's
We'll be politically correct. And so, Phil, your show screened on Channel 31 Melbourne for our last episode of 2020.
Yep.
It was a fantastic film. Pretty much, what was behind it for you?
It was actually based on a childhood friend's experience. So a mate of mine, when we were in primary school, he found a broken windscreen on the road, and he thought it was diamonds. So he came back and he collected it all up, and he put it in a bag, and he kept it on a shelf in his room, thinking he was rich.
I love it.
And his old man, who was a copper, one day he found it, and he came in and said, "What's this shit?" And he threw it in the bin, and he was devastated. He told me the story. It just always stuck with me. So
right, and you wrote the actual the whole story, and you directed the film.
Yep.
Did you do the casting for the film?
I did, yes.
Because you've got some fantastic actors in there.
Yeah,
with
really
Mark
lucked out.
Adams, one of our favourites on our program. Mark's had probably about 3 or 4 films with us, and he's fantastic, and he's popping up in your stuff and other people's films that have been submitted to us. So, so guys, the links to this film are actually on our Facebook page, the Out of the Camp Facebook page, and if you click on that, you can watch it on YouTube, I think, or Vimeo.
YouTube.
Yeah. So they're out there. You just got to click on them and get those views happening, because Phil's put a lot of work into this, and you'll see it. It's just a fantastic film.
Go on. Ain't gotta have steroids.
Well, like I said, guys, go watch Phil's film. You'll love it. We've also got all our films that David Black's links are on our page as well. Get on there and have a look at those on these YouTube Darvis Black. See, I know everything. I'm right across these things. And reach out to us, have a chat to us. We're more than happy to get your short films on. So if you know the directors, or you've been an actor, or you are a director, you are a writer, submit and be like Phil. He was happy to get on board. I've never seen anyone more happier. Smile more! Smile! All right, thanks guys.
Oh, and a massive thanks to the guys from Out of the Can for that fantastic speech. I have got one of my favourite indie film actors here, Fabrizio.
Hello.
Fabrizio, you have got to tell us what you've done, what films you've been in, what you want to do, and why you're in the indie film industry.
Yeah, amazing. There's a lot of questions. I'm Fabrizio Cristian Amanzi, as you say. I'm a professional stage actor, and I come from Italy. So I've been studying theater and acting for many, many years, and I think that the best things in my life I've been done is theater. And I came here 6 years ago, and in this amazing city full of culture and a lot of movies, and I'm so happy to be here and try to do my best.
Italy has got to be one amazing place for films. It's Italian films that were big in my childhood, from the spaghetti westerns to the biblical films to the post-apocalyptic films. Why would you come to Australia to make movies when Italy's got it all?
Yeah, you're right. Italy is really rich of that culture, and it's a lot of production every day. It's really interesting. I came to Australia to learn English. It was the best, the primary things I wanted to do is learn English to jump to the cinema industry. But as you mentioned before, I've been doing. I have an opportunity to shoot in Spain, so I flew to Spain and I shoot a Western movie. It was an amazing experience, and I found this job from here, not from Italy, from Australia. It was a UK production, and it was with Hollywood celebrities like Michael Moriarty, which is a Golden Globe or Emmy Award. From The Fifth Element, which is Charlie Could Mile. It was a really, really nice experience about spaghetti Western movies. So it was really nice.
So I'm here with Kieran Dawson, and I would like to know what you do, what you would like to do, and what are your plans for the future in film?
Well, Kieran's also from South Australia.
Well, that's something I didn't know. Can you tell us a bit about that too?
Yeah, I actually just moved here from Adelaide about 3 weeks ago to Melbourne, and I managed to get a little bit into the film industry over there. It's a very small industry where kind of everyone knows everyone in Adelaide. So I'm an actor, and I've been getting into the short film industry over there, and also the online web series as well. There's a lot of productions. We were very lucky with the whole COVID lockdown. Managed to keep filming throughout the whole thing. So yeah, there was a lot of little productions going along. All of the film schools were doing their end of year productions as well. So I got into a few of them, and just been doing online courses as well as sitting courses to help hone my craft as much as I can. Recently moved to Melbourne, and now I'm just coming to events like this to network, which are absolutely brilliant for people like me trying to network within the industry and actually meet the people that are here doing the stuff that I was doing over there.
So are you more of an actor than a filmmaker?
Yes. Yeah, I do pretty much trying to get into professional acting as well. So that's where my passion is. I'm all about being in front of camera, expressing character, expressing myself. I have tried my hand at editing, entered the 48-hour film festival last year in Adelaide as well, where we had to produce an entire film within 48 hours all by ourselves.
Brutal.
Yeah, not have anyone else there, so I quickly jumped on some YouTube tutorials to learn how to make a film and edit just using DaVinci Resolve. So that was a massive handful, but it gave me a really good indication of just the efforts involved in trying to get an accurate shot, trying to get focus, trying to get the editing down and the sound right. So I learnt a lot out of it, and I try to learn out of everything that I do and everyone I meet.
Thank you so much, Kieran Dawson, and this has been your interview.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Look, can you see yourself on the TV?
Yeah.
You better tell everybody who you are, what you do, and what you want to do, and why you're in the indie film industry in the first place.
Okay, hi, I'm Karen. I'm just your every Aussie housewife who's a mother and a grandmother. I got into the acting because I was bored with my life, where it was heading, and I absolutely love it. I love working with David. I love quirky, different, unusual. And I also would love to create one day my own little film about women. So about women and different life situations, example menopause and different situations. So yeah, having a ball, having fun and living the dream.
I'm with Tim Safiullin, and I have a business card of his, which means I know that you do video and animation, and you have a production company. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yes, sure. I do video production for money, and I do filmmaking for art. Yeah, so I just keep them both helping each other. So creative parts always helps business, and business helps creative part. So this is my philosophy and idea.
So do you do commercial and creative work, or you one or the other?
Yeah, I do creative and commercial. Yeah, both. I'm trying to just keep them on a two balanced way.
Is the one that you like better?
I like everything. It's just different. I like it in every unique way. Probably, yeah, because I can't compare them too much. You know, so they're very unique.
Do you have a favorite part of production? Like, do you prefer to be in the pre-production? What do you find is the most interesting for you?
I love rehearsals. I love rehearsals, and I think as more rehearsals, the better film is. It's interesting to work for me with people, play with them, move them, or give them ideas, or they give me idea. So act is my favorite people. So rehearsals when we just can share our time and have a good conversation and talk about the ideas.
Well, thank you, Tim. I think that's all we have time for, but it's been wonderful talking to you, and I think I'll give you back your business card.
Anyone on less than 1 day a week. Fox 5's Jacqueline Schultz is there to walk us through what happened.
Market performance evaluation call, but it's interesting in the sense of
Absolute poverty rates have fallen faster in the past 30 years than in any other time on record.
Mate, are you okay? Sorry, mate. Oh, what a pong! Oh, I thought you was in real trouble. Sorry, mate. It's the food from the soup van. It doesn't agree with me. Oh, mate, you meant to eat it, not chat to it. Ah!
Humour, mate. Never lose your sense of humour.
At the end of the day, might be all you're left with. Oh! They love a war veteran!
Hang on a second. Aren't you a little bit young to have served in the Great War? I mean, that was like 100 years ago.
Oh, it was just last week. Paran versus St Kilda. A bunch of them guys from Chapel Street came over here and tried to steal our customers. Oh, well, I gave them a right royal what for? And they went running back to their territory.
Yeah. Good on you, mate. It's hard enough trying to make a few bob with all these bloody foreigners coming in, trying to muscle in on our jobs.
True that, but I got a plan. I'm starting my own online business.
Online? How does that work?
Online.
Mate, I don't think this is going to take off. I mean, telephones have already been invented.
This is different. Go on, put it up to your ear. Let's give it a go. Are you feeling sexy, lonely tonight? Are you feeling sexy? Let me make you feel like a real man. Let me give you that special attention. Call me. Call me. you don't like the service. Well, you owe me $1 anyway.
$1? Hang on a second. But
it's not about the money. Oh, I feel so rejected. You don't find me sexy anymore.
I'm sorry, it's just not like that. I just don't swing that way, you know.
Hang on. Are you saying that I'm gay? Not that there's anything wrong with that. But it's just a job. And you can't just go around assuming somebody's sexual identity anyway.
I guess you're right about that. There.
Oh no, you can't buy me off like that. Oh, the capitalist system has failed, as evidenced by you and me. All that chunk of metal in your hand represents is the ever-widening gap between the haves and the have-nots. Just look at it and tell me, whose image is on it?
The kangaroos? Hey!
The great political ideologies of the last couple of centuries have all failed. Communism, capitalism, nationalism. Oh, they have only led to the repression of the everyday man. They've only led to hunger, disease, and war. Oh, we cannot let the unity of the brotherhood of man be divided.
Hey, isn't that those blokes from Proran?
Oh, let's get them! And now I've got somebody totally brand new to the film industry. I saw her doing a photo shoot before, but anyway, without further ado, what's your name? What are you doing? What do you want to do? I'll leave it to you.
Thank you. My name is Anna Royals, and I literally just finished my second photo shoot. I'm really he wasn't lying. I am new to this, all of it. Yeah, so I'm kind of a newish model, and I've been studying a lot of drama. I'm hoping to study it further and see what I can do somehow in the future.
And get onto some films?
Yes, I'd love to. And not just films, I want to do voice acting as well. I'd love to voice a character in a video game one day. That's one of my biggest dreams, to be honest. Something different like that, to be honest. Just something brand new, you know?
Well, congratulations, because you're going on the television.
I'm here with Fabio Segatori, and I'm going to be asking him questions about why he came to Melbourne.
I came in 2004, so 16 years ago, and because I met my wife, that she born here in Australia. She's Australian from Italian background.
That's beautiful. Now, your other love, which is film and photography amongst others that I don't know, but what do you love the most about film and photography?
I have the opportunity to be creative because I came from art schools. I did art schools in Italy, and I started to do photography from few years ago. And I joined with the David Black production. That was my first collaboration in this field. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Now my last question is, what do you hope to do further with film and photography?
At the moment is only more than a hobby, and hopefully working more in this particular field. So yeah, I don't have any particular expectation at the moment. So I really enjoy what I'm doing right now. More photography at the moment. Yeah, and I'm working with Gerardo. He's a director movie, so he's more specialized to videos. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Fabio Secatori.
Now, you're an old hand at the indie movie industry. You've been on heaps, haven't you?
Yep, I've done many short films, student films, indie films. Love every minute of it. I've even done 2 motion pictures that have gone on to Netflix. I think it's Netflix. It's been wonderful. Love it.
But you forgot to introduce yourself.
Oh, Janet's my name.
Tell us a couple of your movies.
Oh, dear me. We're on The Faceless Man, or I think it's called The Faceless Man now. I've had a mental block. And Paul Hogan's movie that's on the Netflix.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't see you. Were you like a background extra?
All extra work. Yes, all extras.
So now I've got to go back and watch the film and find my friends.
That's correct. Yes. Karen, who was on before, we both did it on there together. So,
Karen, you didn't tell us. We have got people here that are already making it into the big movies. So, let's get on with the night a bit.
How did you come up with this fantastic dickhead machine?
Well, it all started one day. I started thinking about an alien race that came from a different planet, and this alien race had their genitals in their head. So I know it sounds very strange, but maybe this race does exist somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible. And I was about to touch your helmet when you said that, so I'm glad I didn't, because that would be very awkward.
The reason why I built the helmets was because a while back I wrote a book called Universal Dickhead, which was self-published, so it's out there floating around. But also I've written a script which sort of goes into more detail about this alien race and how they eventually end up here on Earth and what their relationship is with the humans and human creation and all that kind of stuff. It's a really interesting story. We've had some fun with David's movie, Toxic Zombie Alien Babes from Outer Space. Yeah. And Universal Dickhead is doing a cameo on the show, shooting different aliens out of the sky in bits and pieces. Anyway, that's how it all works, guys.
I've got Ellen from France. Now, Ellen, tell us what you've done in film, what you want to do and what you hope to achieve and your motivations and anything else that you can think of.
Oh my god, that's a lot. So basically I've done more stage acting in France. I'm mostly writing, meeting people, and what I love in movies, it's, I guess, trying to shake society with things, and especially with comedy. I love comedy. I love black comedy. When you're just making people laugh and suddenly realize that maybe it was them that they're laughing about, and maybe they want to change. So for example, here in Australia, I would love to create a TV series on accents.
So I take it because of your accent, you've had a little bit of difficulty getting into films in...
Yes.
Well, if Gerardo agrees, we'll put you in a film.
Oh, great!
Well, you're already on TV on Channel 44, but there's nothing stopping us from casting you in a short film. And that's what the whole networking night's been about. So did you meet a lot of people that you might work with in the future?
Yeah, I love the meetups because I think that's when you realize where and how you want to work with people, because you meet them in real life.
Well, sometime this year, everybody out there in Adelaide, you are going to see Ellen in a short film.
Raph, the virologist, Caleb.
Amazing. You got the pronunciation correct. Raph, the virologist, Caleb.
I'm glad. Now, what do you do in film, or are you in photography? Or tell me a little bit about yourself and what do you hope to do in your field and in the future?
Sure, Anastasia. I've been involved with Mojo Film Festival for a few years. It's back at Acme. Mojo Film Festival is a short film festival. It is to reduce stigma around mental health, and it's for people with mental illness, specifically schizophrenia, to raise awareness for them to tell their side of the story. As far as personal things, I've done a lot of photography for a long time. I have done a lot of other things around arts, creativity and entertainment for the past 10 years, ranging from hosting radio. I've been the finalist in Meeting Rights Festival, I've competed in National Royal Comedy. I have a broken shoulder at the moment, so I'm feeling a bit short-tempered.
That's incredible. Unfortunately, I do have to stop you here, but I would love to talk about that with you further. But this has been Raph, the virologist, Caleb.
Thank you very much for your time. Have a good one, everyone.
Hang on, you're the bartender, aren't you?
Yeah, that's me. I'm the bartender. I play the piano, and normally I'm on the piano instead of behind the bar.
And you're in the indie film industry?
Yeah, so I've done a few soundtrack pieces last year. Last year I did. I worked on 2 short films with a friend of mine.
Do you want to do the soundtrack for the show tonight?
I would love to do the soundtrack for the show tonight.
Great, well you better introduce yourself, because by the time this interview is actually going on, it means everybody's been listening to your soundtrack all night in this 1 hour show.
Well, I'm Oscar France, and yeah, I'm a piano player.
Well, that is what an indie movie industry networking night is all about. Anastasia, I have been interviewing people all night. I've been asking them who they are, what they do, what they hope to achieve, what they've done, and I've ignored you.
Well, isn't that a classic? Well, I have graduated a Bachelor of Screen Production. I've graduated from a Bachelor of Creative Arts majoring in drama. So I know how to make films, I know how to write them, I know how to create them, I know how to act, and I know how to perform.
And what films have you been in?
Well, beginning with David, I've been in Parental Duties, Catch-22, Sinister Symbiosis.
Like fucking hell!
You know you could have used the code word at any time, right?
Chicken out and miss that sublime out of body experience.
Out of body.
It's spiritual. Something you wouldn't understand, little sister.
Oh, I understand. Your narcissistic tendencies won't let you admit when you're in over your head. You just can't accept the positions of mistress and slave. You have to come up with some great spiritual nonsense to give yourself an experience so sublime that you think you're somehow superior.
Oh, Anastasia. Anastasia. My dear little sister. You see the world in one dimension only, where I experience it at so many levels. You thought I was passed out, but I was hovering above you, watching you eat my eyeball. I only returned to my body so I could savour the sublime agony.
So you came back into your body so you could feel the pain?
Pain and pleasure are not within the body, little girl. If that were the case, how do you explain phantom limb syndrome? Oh, the senses of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound are not within this fleshy carcass. If they were, then how was I able to watch you eating my eyeball without my eyes open?
So pain and pleasure don't exist in the same body. Let's put this to the test, shall we?
Oh, a finger? Ha! Child's play.
Imagine this is your penis. Pain and pleasure don't exist in the same body. Then you don't need a penis in order to derive sexual pleasure.
Stop playing with your food.
So let's talk about where pain and pleasure really reside. You want to put this to the test, David? Will little sister cut big brother's willy off and eat it? Or should I eat your testicles first?
As much as I like the dirty talk, and even relish the idea, such an action would be a breach of trust. We did set the boundaries before this session, did we not?
That was when this was only a bondage session. You had to make a girl spiritual. And you know how much I hate religion. You didn't tell me beforehand this was going to be something religious.
Don't twist this into something else. We set clear boundaries. We set a clear safety word.
But you broke the trust, Big Brother. We set boundaries for a bondage session only. I do find the idea of masochism in a religious setting is highly intriguing. The, self-flagellation and suffering to either appease a great deity or to work off bad karma.
No. Mellow! There, I said it. The safe word. Mellow! Mellow!
Pain and pleasure really reside in the body.
I said it, mellow!
Oh, Dave. So obsolete. Welcome to my temple of pain! No more mansplaining! No more mansplaining! Let's see if pain, pleasure, and manhood come from the penis. Shall we? Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
You have the right to remain silent. And the right to suck my cock.
Wow, what a night. I am so glad that you have stuck with us all of the way to the end and gotten a look into the Australian indie movie industry, the people that make it, what motivates them, what they've done, what they hope to do. And I went and shirked most of my duties by getting Anastasia to do most of the interviews.
Well, it was an experience, and I think I did quite well for my first proper time interviewing people.
That was your first?
Yep. Yep.
We've been on shows before. I thought you had interviewed people before because you came on so professionally.
No, I'm not. I'm just good at talking to people, and I'm just good at getting people to open up and talk to me.
Well, I know it's up to the viewers, but in my books, I think Anastasia did a fantastic job. Thanks to the guys from Out of the Can for that fantastic speech. And thank you for sticking with us all of the way to the end of the show that was made specially for Channel 44, an exclusive show just for them to show what happens behind the scenes in the Australian indie movie industry. Hey!